All right, everyone, how's it going? We are in the final week of our first half of the semester. So we're in week 8. This will conclude at the end of this week, 1101, composition and rhetoric. And following week will be week 1 of 1102, composition and literature. So you all know what is on tap for this week. It is your essay submitted, the research version of your argumentative persuasive essay. So the one that you turned in last week, which will be coming your way, graded and returned to you this week, by the end of the week, before the weekend, I hope, so that you guys can be able to see my notes and see what you might need to improve on, to give you a little help there. Of course, you could email me and get in touch with Mrs. Evans if you have any questions on how to improve or things you weren't sure about. You don't have to wait for me for that to grade your assignment. Just go ahead and give us a shout out if you need help. So the research version is just going to be that. It's going to be really what can amount to what you've already written, but this time included in there is going to be your outside research. So this is the information gathered from your sources, people who have written scholarly expert articles on your topic. So if you're doing something like arguing against, let's say, the big sugar companies or the soda companies, because they are contributing to America's obesity epidemic. Let's say that's your track right there. You might go in Galileo and look at health and science or something along those lines as a subject, to get information on nutrition and things of that sort to kind of help support your argument of the, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, the big soda companies, because of their product, Americans are consuming it more because, let's face it, soda is fun, yummy. I'm not a big fan of it personally, with pizza maybe, but usually not. But we all drink soda. Maybe we all drink too much soda, and maybe your argument there is it's the soda company that's to blame. Okay, so the pathway you're going to follow in Galileo is, of course, Galileo. That's reached by going to the GNTC main page, library, which is under my resources. Then you're going to go in and select Galileo. Okay, you'll see the link. Once you're in there, you'll be presented with subjects that are in link form. Anything from, like I said, nutrition, health, to crime, criminology, law, all these different subjects, sociology, the social sciences. Depending on what your topic is connected to, that's the path, the route you'll take, looking at your subjects to get to the individual databases in each of those subject links. And I have this written for you guys in this week's announcement too. So if you need kind of reinforcement there on how to get there and know what you're looking for, go ahead and visit the announcement for this week. So it's that. It is your essay that you've already written, so in theory you've done most of the legwork. And hopefully before this week you've already done some research. I know we're coming off of a winter break week. I hope you guys had a nice refreshing break. So we are back in business here, and we are rounding it out this final week, guys. So I asked our administrator, our online coordinator, Sharon Wilson at Georgia Northwestern, to keep our 1101 shells open for another couple of weeks after the shells or the classes officially end, which I have as next Sunday. So the 4th, March 4th, is going to be when you all have turned in your research version of your essays, and it's at that point where I consider us, boom, we are done with 1101, moving on the 5th, that Monday, with 1102. But I need 2 weeks to grade your work. So you guys are going to turn in that essay Sunday. So in theory, I'm going to need upwards of 2 weeks That's going to put us at the 18th. So I asked Miss Wilson to keep our shells open for another 2 weeks alongside our 1102 shells being open. The point being, if you guys need to go back into the 1101 shells to check anything, your grade, check comments, feedback from me on your essay, you'll have the time to do so. We just won't be working in there at that time because the course will have been finished. 1101 will have been finished, and we're going to be moving on to 1102. So just kind of trying to keep you guys as informed as possible of everything going on behind the scenes and kind of better contextualize where we all fit in this online universe with conducting our class in this way. Okay, so anything else? I don't think I really want to go on and on, although I say that and I remember. I'm going to be grading those discussion board assignments that I had you all do for this week during your break. Basically, you just giving me your 2 cents on your experiences with your research. How have you been locating appropriate material, scholarly articles? That must come from Galileo, okay? No Susie Q's 5th grade term paper you found on Google somewhere. Okay, so it's got to be expert articles written by professionals in the field, okay, so to speak. We could argue and mince words about what constitutes a professional or not, but a sociologist, a psychologist, a lawyer, these are the people who are writing in contributing to the Galileo repository. So I'm going to grade those responses on those discussion board feeds there, just to see how you guys have been progressing. I contributed myself Sunday, February 25th, just before noon, which is incidentally when I'm recording this video, so a little while ago. So go ahead and check back. Of course, when you guys see this, the assignment will have been closed, no doubt, but this is just me hoping you all are doing your part and contributing there. I'm going to re-enable blogs with the resumption of the course when it comes time to do 1102 starting on March 5th. I'll reactivate the blogs. Blogs have been disabled this week, week 8 and week 7, just because of the break, and I think, we did the discussion board this past week, so there wasn't really any need to blog. And remember, I'm going to use those blogs for accruing bonus points for you guys that I'm going to attach onto your grade in some fashion. We'll figure that out in due time. So all the blogs you contributed in the 1101 half will apply to your final grade in 1101. And then once we carry over to 1102, similarly, same thing. All of your blogs there will contribute ultimately to some kind of a bonus point allocation to your grade in 1102. Okay, so that is that. I hope I've covered everything. I am trying to avoid being too long-winded, although I'm kind of meandering around here, but this video, and by and large, should be pretty true to the announcement for the week. So go ahead and check that out. Guys, let's finish strong. You guys have been doing pretty well so far. Let's put a nice cherry on top, folks, and I am psyched for 1102. 1102 is when we read fiction and poetry and drama. We're going to do our final essay on Shakespeare, on Othello, at the very end of the term. So it's going to be fun, guys. Not that 1101 hasn't been fun, but 1102 is going to be especially fun, let's say. All right, well, this is Mr. Volpe signing off. And, guys, I wish you the best week. And you be sure to get in touch. If you give me a draft this week, I'm not positive I'm going to be able to turn it around to you with great meticulous commentary. I got a lot of papers to grade this week, I will not lie. So if you do send me a draft of your research version for your argumentative persuasive, don't expect a quick turnaround or, unfortunately, a turnaround at all. I might be able to give you kind of a global general comment, kind of point you in a direction here or there, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to offer for you guys. But in any case, go ahead and fire away with your questions, emails, your concerns, whatever strikes you. Okay? Well, folks, see ya on the flippity flop. Have a great week 8.